Thinking Cap Publishing presents Camp Krampus, a story written and read to you by Dave Cap. Part 1. The campfire crackled and snapped in the frigid winter night as it hungrily consumed the twigs everyone had been tossing into its mouth. Everyone except me. I was too cold. Check that, I was freezing. Even with heavy mittens, the really itchy ones, my hand still felt like I was holding 2 chunks of ice. Let me back up a little bit. My name is Martin Fry, but everyone just calls me Fry. I'm 13 years old, tall with bushy brown hair, thick glasses, and I'm super skinny, even though I eat a lot. I'm not into sports or cars or really anything like that. I like reading. The Lord of the Rings is my favorite. All the kids at school think I'm a loser. Well, all except Lyndsey. I know what you're thinking, but no, we aren't going out. We're just friends. Best friends, actually. And she was the one who convinced me to join the camping club. However, Lyndsey never mentioned that we'd be camping in the middle of December. I guess I should have read the fine print. The entire club sat on logs around the campfire, roasting hot dogs and marshmallows, but I still refused to take my hands out of my jacket pockets. I could tell the other kids thought I was being weird, but that was nothing new. It's not like I didn't try to fit in, but it's hard to make friends when no one talks to you. I mean, it's not my fault that I can't do TikTok dances. There weren't many members of the camping club, and judging by our first outing, it wasn't surprising. There was me, Lyndsey, Eric, and Leo. I feel like Leo might have had a crush on Lyndsey because he kept asking me if we were dating. I don't think he was her type though, being that he was barely 8 years old. Eric, who was in my grade, was really good at basketball, but was also a little bit of a troublemaker. The only reason he was here was because he had a choice between joining the camping club or going to detention on Saturday for the rest of the school year after he set off a stink bomb in the cafeteria. I probably would have chosen detention. Think fast, Lyndsey shouted, tossing me a bag of marshmallows. Of course, I didn't catch them. I'd like to say it was because my hands were in my pocket, but let's be honest, I wouldn't have caught them anyway. Hey, good throw, Linz, Leo said. He was freckle-faced with a head of long, curly, blonde hair that poked out from the bottom of his New York Giants beanie. Thanks, she responded before kicking the side of my sneaker. What's up, dude? Nothing, I shrugged, dreaming about the gallon of hot choc I'm going to drink when I get home tomorrow. Lyndsey sat down on my log. Oh, come on, let's have some fun. How? It's dark, it's freezing, and I'm hungry, I complained. Lyndsey picked up a stick from the ground and used it to skewer 3 marshmallows. You know what will fix everything? She dipped the stick into the fire, and the rippling orange flames engulfed each marshmallow. Removing the stick from the campfire, she allowed them to cook for a moment or so before blowing each one out, charring them perfectly. These, Lyndsey said as she pulled a now stretchy marshmallow off of the stick. Come on, try one, she mumbled through a mouthful of marshmallow. Like Eric and I, Lyndsey was 13. She had jet black hair and always wore hoodies, no matter the weather. I'll try one, Lyndsey, little 8-year-old Leo squeaked. You already have 5 on your stick, Eric smirked, shaking his bangs out of his eyes. While he wasn't very tall, Eric was broad-shouldered and always wore a half smile, like he knew some sort of meaty secret. Forget these marshmallows and weenies. You guys want to do something really fun? He asked, slyly. What do you mean, really fun? This is fun. Leo bit a marshmallow straight off of his stick. Maybe for an 8-year-old, Eric responded. After we put out the campfire, how about we go exploring? I don't think that's such a great idea, Lyndsey answered without hesitation. We can get in serious trouble. Yeah, let's stay here, Leo agreed. Eric rolled his eyes. You guys are so lame. He fixed his glance on me. How about you, Fry? You in? Before I could answer, I heard something that made the hairs on the back of my neck stand at attention. It was a hideous howl, a macabre moan that came from the darkness beyond the surrounding trees. What was that? I asked, jumping to my feet. Whatever it was, I didn't want to stick around to find out. My heart was thumping so hard that I felt it in my throat. Then I heard the crunches. Footsteps upon the frosty ground. Guys, there's something in the woods, I cried. Let's get out of here. My voice quivered as the footsteps grew louder and louder and louder. Whoever, or whatever, was skulking in the shadows was getting closer. It was coming for us. Well, I'm getting out of here. Dang, you sure scare easily, a voice boomed from the darkness. Everyone began to laugh when Mr. Trap came lumbering from the trees to the campfire, carrying enough firewood to last through the winter. I tweaked my back picking these up, he said, dropping the logs. Guess I'm not as strong as I once was, he groaned again as he sat down on an empty log. In my defense, he did sound hideous. Mr. Trap, our camp counselor, was also our gym teacher. So, naturally, me being as athletic as I am, he loved to make fun of me. Whatever. He was a big man with chubby cheeks, close-set eyes, and was completely bald. Huffing and puffing, Mr. Trap swiped the bag of hot dogs. Not many left, he commented, as he began cooking one over the open flame. So what have you guys been talking about? He asked after taking a big bite out of his hot dog. Nothing really, Eric answered, poking at the campfire, which caused a number of bright orange sparks to shoot up, only to be swept away in the cold night's air. Eric was saying we should go out exploring after we put the campfire out, Leo said excitedly as he tried to pull a bit of marshmallow that had stuck onto his beanie. Eric groaned. Oh, you are such a... Whoa, you can't go exploring at night. Mr. Trap held up a finger which looked just like a sausage link. Lyndsey nodded in agreement. Yes, that's what I said. There could be bears or wolves. It says in our handbook that you'll have much bigger things to worry about than bears or wolves if you go out in the woods at night during this time of year. Mr. Trap cut Lyndsey's words short. Or should I say, you'll have someone bigger to worry about if you go out into the woods at night. Santa Claus? Leo asked with wide eyes. Santa Claus? Mr. Trap scoffed. You still think Santa exists? What do you mean? Of course he exists. None of us responded. I mean, the kid was 8 years old. If he wanted to believe in Santa, then let him believe in Santa. Santa Claus doesn't exist, kid, Mr. Trap said after popping the last bit of hot dog into his mouth. Make sure you thank your mom and dad for all the gifts you get. I was absolutely shocked. What kind of monster tells a little kid that Santa doesn't exist? But you know who does exist? Mr. Trap asked. The real old man of Christmas. A horrifying beast who only goes by one name. Krampus. He was once a man, but evil warped him into the monster he is now. Instead of feet, he's got hooves. His eyes are burning flames, and he has 2 curved horns on top of his head. This is the time of the year he comes to our world. He comes to receive the list. Lyndsey crossed her arms over her chest. And what list is that? The naughty list. Sounds like the story's a load of Krampus, Eric chimed in. Mr. Trap smiled. His skin looked almost orange from the firelight. Just hope you don't hear any chains. This all sounded like some sort of campfire ghost story, but I decided to play along. Chains? I asked. Chains. It's what he uses to take people back with him to the underworld. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for part 2 of Camp Krampus. Happy holidays, and as always, be nice to each other.